On this week's CHQ In-View, we're taking a closer look at the world of media and broadcasting. We just spoke with Jay Harris of the Buffalo Bills to chat all things Buffalo and sports. We now have Scott MacDowell on the news side of things and a director at Lilly Broadcasting in Erie, Pennsylvania. Scott, thanks for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure, Jackson. Great to be here and part of the team and see your setup and get to talk with you.
Yeah. So we wanted to know about your role at Lilly Broadcasting and what your day looks like.
My day looks like, in my role, and it's kind of been a news role over 43 years, and crack director Justin Gould will tell you this. He's behind the scenes right now. But you do this long enough and it's in your blood, you really don't unplug. You're always ready to go. So it can be a 6 o'clock in the morning crew call. We had our food drive over in Erie the other day that was very successful. We broke records there, which was cool. But generally, I'm looking at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then through the evening shows that we go through. We have stations at Lilly Broadcasting from Guam, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, Marquette, Michigan, over in Erie, Pennsylvania. Of course, our signal penetrates right in here into the Jamestown, Chautauqua area. We have one in Elmira, New York, which is great. So all of these stations kind of come under me when it comes to news stuff. And it's a lot of fun. It's still in my blood. 43 years of doing this, I wouldn't change a thing, Jackson. I hope you're the next one.
I've always found in media you do have to wake up early and stay up late. You'll be editing something till 12, and then you'll wake up to go report on something that's 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
And I was wondering, how did you get started in the media industry? What led you to this path and got to this current position where you are in corporate news?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, and this goes back to the early days of WKBW in Buffalo. The ABC affiliate there, and there are plenty of people here who still remember Irv Weinstein, Rick and Tom Joels, the whole team from way back when. It's a little before your time. But my dad worked there for years, and it's one of those, I kind of came up, you know, like you, doing the same type of thing here. It's all the lights and the action and you look at the switcher back there and you just want to be part of it. And it was that natural fascination in everything news. You know, I just wanted to know about it. I wanted to be that eyewitness. We were Eyewitness News at the time, and I drove that home, and I wanted to be part of that. So I started there with my dad taking me in way back when. I'm old enough to have shot crank-up 16mm film cameras. The ones that look like they have the big Mickey Mouse ears on them. Yep, carried those. My back and neck tells me that I did for years every day when I wake up, but it was still the best.
Yeah.
It was the best. I learned from so many great people right in Buffalo. I've traveled all over the place, but this is home. Always be home. Some of the best people, best fans, you name it, best journalists you'll find anywhere.
Yeah, I found I don't have to be using the big film cameras. I just have a little camera I can bring around. It's not. It doesn't have to be as. It doesn't have to be as fancy as bringing around a huge camera. If you just get something done, it's really important. So at CCS-TV, we are proud to partner with Lilly Broadcasting and help connect our mentor to our team. Scott, what do you think about programs like CCS-TV bring to this community and why they're important?
When you take a look at what Patrick Smeraldo's done, Justin Gould has done in carving out this TV studio, in carving out an opportunity for students to do this. You have such a news desert over here in the Jamestown area, up and down the I-86 corridor. And to know that we could partner with you guys and selfishly kind of develop journalists along the way that could be coming over to Erie, that could be coming to Elmira, that could be going up to Marquette, Michigan, and we could launch careers there. It's a great partnership, and those two should get a key to the city for bringing something like this to town, because it's that information that you need to know, and you guys are doing a really great job in learning from some of the very best along the way. You can't get a better collaboration like that. I'm happy to know that we're sharing your stuff right now on our Facebook page. We know that the parade's coming up, and I'm sure you're going to ask me about that parade too.
So one of my personal questions, what do you think the benefit of, instead of having the more experienced, more older adult broadcasters, instead of and now in Jamestown we have kids running this association, what's the benefit in having a more youthful growing audience?
You know, I think you develop more audiences. You guys have a different take, different perspective. Now, take nothing away from when the big stories hit. You kind of need that person that has that the institutional knowledge of a Jamestown. And that's where Justin comes in, a Patrick comes in, because they can help you along with, hey, I remember where so-and-so, you know, Patrick, I mean, he's what, 75, 80 years old, I think?
I go 30-something. I'd say 30.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you're making his day. But no, I mean, the guy knows everybody in the community. And what a resource that is. But it goes hand in hand with your perspective, what you're seeing in schools, what you can tell other students, and bring new audiences in. And I think that's so important.
Yeah. Along with those new audience, I was wondering how the digital and social media has kind of changed the way you at Erie News Now and Lilly Broadcasting is the way you produce news content.
It's digital first all the time, Jackson. You know this. If I don't hook and hold you within the first 10 seconds, TikTok king here, you're going to be flipping that thumb as fast as you can go all the way up. I guarantee you. If I don't tell you a great story, within that first 10, 12 seconds, you're gone. So it's digital first all the time. It's a machine that we feed all the time. But it's so important that you get it right on there. There's so much false information out there.
Yeah.
So taking the time to read things over, taking the time to make sure that a post is right, that it's spelled right, is really important. But it's top of mind for us. We start every meeting in every station with what are we doing digitally to help feed that machine.
So along with that, kids watching media, we were wondering how students can take along the advantage of using that new technologies to get involved in media through the social media platforms.
We still have the internships left and right, but knowing that you guys are doing stuff like this, I can see myself farming more and more people here because it's a great first step.
Yeah.
As for the technology, it's amazing to your point, where the cell phones have come, how quickly you can shoot something of high quality right off of your iPhone 17, right off of your Samsung. You know, you name it. You know, that technology has come so far and made it so easy. But the trick there is, Jackson, and you got to promise me this as you go forward when you do this. You know, the really good craftsman never blames bad tools or a bad phone or a bad camera. You got to kind of know how to shoot, what to shoot, and do it the right way along the way, because I think you'll hold more people. You know, there's so many people that hold the cell phone out the car window and they're shooting something when they're driving down the road and on and on and on. And, you know, I'm still such a big proponent of quality stuff.
Yeah.
Quality material that you can watch when you put it out there. So shoot right along the way, and I think it's really going to pay off for you down the road.
I know personally, I want to make, instead of just throwing out as much as I can, I want to make something I can be proud of and look back and be like, oh, I don't regret making this. I like to look at it down the line. And speaking of down the line, where do you think local news and broadcasting will be in the next 5 to 10 years, outside of like quick social media things and the longer form big broadcasts?
Yeah. I think you have so many key people right now that are going to find shows like this, that they're going to find that so much of cable has been cut and they're looking for good but inexpensive options. So I think you're going to see more of a saturation of shows like this, which I think will go a long, long way. Next 5 to 10 years, you know, it's kind of a warning for everybody, watch out for AI.
Yeah.
You know, we've dipped our toes in it. There's so much coming down the pipe with AI that's going to give you even more information to go through. The trick there for us, for you, for everybody is to make sure we're transparent when we use it.
Yes.
So important that you know that, yep, I used AI, but I still read it over. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like all of our stations. I tell all of our stations right now, and I tell you the same thing. AI is great, but it's an intern. And interns make mistakes. Yeah. So you've got to have that extra set of eyes on it. And I think that is really where it's going to go. But I think hyper-local is also the way to go. Making sure that you have programs like this. You still need, AI can't be the person that goes out and talks to someone in Bemis Point and goes down to the fish and talks to somebody there, or goes over to Guppies and talks to somebody there. There's no AI yet. It may be coming down the road, but there's nobody that can have that human interaction. And here's a quick story for you. I just came back from a conference out of New York City. There is a whole push now for keeping it real. Hashtag keeping it real. 2 companies that will blow your mind that want to keep it real. Cadbury, the candy company, and Polaroid want to keep it real. Yeah. Because it is. It's something tangible. And for me, being older, it's something that I can hold on to. I love knowing if I take a picture of you, it's neat to have it on my phone. I've got a little over 19,000 pictures on my phone. I'm not going to find you quickly in a few years.
Yeah.
But having that Polaroid is still something special to me. So I get that too. I think there's a good combination, a good blend to both of those.
I also think it is important for AI media to not get into a physical form. Like if we're printing out AI images, it's really hard for people to decipher that from, like if you point out, like AI could look like drawings. If you make fake art and print it out, some people aren't going to know the difference.
You're right.
So
What's real?
Yeah, so it makes sense for Polaroid to do that. And one of my final questions, what trends are you excited to get into about sports or news media right now?
What am I excited to get into news media? Oh, come on, Buffalo Bills, let's go. You know, yeah, I'm always excited. For our teams out of Erie, we cover Pittsburgh, we cover Cleveland. We know we've been there with Cleveland. We know what that's like. You know, your teams along the Great Lakes. I'm so excited for all the teams, even Cleveland. You know, I hope they all do well, because when they do well as television stations and stuff like that, I want to see you cover a championship parade in Niagara Square. That's what I want to see. I want to see the Buffalo Sabres turn it around. They're a hot mess. But the excitement that you never saw in 2006, the last time they really had that team come together, there's nothing better than to be a party on the plaza in front of that arena. That's the type of stuff I'm hopeful to see come forward. As for the news landscape, it is so politically driven right now. I think our midterm elections are going to be huge. It's such a driver in all of the news coverage, but that's coming down the pipe, which is going to be really, really big. For me, though, and I'm still a hook on the Steve Hartman CBS stories, people stories. I love knowing that, you know, one day, and we're gonna let all of your viewing audience here know. They don't know it yet, but Patrick and Justin back there, you and I are going to turn a story on them and air it on what they're doing here. So there's the tease going forward. We're going to turn a story on them and what they've done here. Yeah. And you and I will put it together.
I'd love to join you on that. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this was Scott MacDowell, Corporate News Director at Lilly Broadcasting, joining us today. Thank you so much, Scott, for sharing your knowledge and your time joining us on the show today.
Happy to, Jackson.